right, 6:40 now, and checking in with Rob again on this hot hump day.
Yeah, we're coming up on 5 days of really high temperatures. I mean, we're talking 97s, 98s kind of high. And yeah, we're probably going to be in that ballpark again. You know, on this day last year, we were way up over 100 for a high. So maybe it's something with this time of year around here lately. We see those temperatures way up. We had a record high on this date last year. I don't think we're going to be getting up over 100 today because I do hope we get some showers. But I know those feels-like temperatures are going to be up over 100, maybe by lunchtime again today like they did yesterday. And the sooner the showers start working their magic, the better chance we have to knock those temperatures down. Although it still feels to me like we're going to have to wait until maybe after supper time or even after dark to get the showers going, and that means long duration hot again. We are spiraling in some energy from the east. Even a few sprinkles have been trying to make their way into our far eastern areas. We'll see if any of that can hold together. I do expect that's where our next energy comes from, and that's where our next round of showers and storms will come from tonight. It's 75 in Thomasville, it's 77 in Valdosta, it's 79 in Tallahassee. It's warm out there. The numbers really haven't been moving all that much this morning. Got the dew points into the 70s. There's not much of a breeze, so you feel it when you step outside. Your glasses are going to fog up again when you step outside. And these temperatures probably aren't going to get much cooler before they start to rebound and climb in the big chunks once we get past 8 o'clock this morning. Bainbridge at 74, Live Oak at 72. The only spots not in that 75 to 79 range. It's not breezy, but there's also not a lot of fog out there, and you'd think we'd find more fog as humid as it is, but so far so good, and it's been that way for days. All of the organized weather still getting shunted around that area of high pressure at the surface that's been responsible for this big dome of heat all these last 4 or 5 days. It's really what's going on in the middle and upper part of the atmosphere off the Atlantic coast, this counterclockwise circulation here that I'm most interested in, because as that works its way back towards us and replaces some of this drier air that bubble of high pressure has brought us, well, I think what this can do is trigger some showers and storms. And if we have a full day of heating and all this extra unstable air and that little slice of dry that energy's got to get through, well, those are all ingredients that could trigger some bigger storms for us. And as we get to 9, 10, 11 o'clock tonight, that's when I think we see that opportunity for the showers to creep into the picture and maybe last until after midnight. So we'll time this out better as the day goes on. We'll have updates for you, and of course we'll be ahead of these storms. Some of these could be the kind that produce some gusty winds and frequent lightning and maybe some heavy downpours. I wouldn't be surprised if there are some impressive lightning bolts out there tonight too. Once we get past that energy, now I feel like we get to more typical late June, early July afternoon showers, and that should mean not as hot for not as long each day. The SPC does have us in that slight risk category. That's that, yeah, they could happen, but no, it's not a guarantee. We're not expecting them yet. But certainly a decent shot for some showers and storms tonight, so please keep checking in with us. We'll have updates for you. Now, the tropics, not much happening out there. There's nothing in the Gulf of the Caribbean. Yesterday, the NHC called that little hiccup that was east of Bermuda Andrea for a little while. It didn't even last 12 hours, or maybe it lasted 12 hours, but now it's all gone. So nothing out there and nothing expected to happen. Always the best kind of tropical systems, the ones that impact nobody and fizzle out real fast. On the Gulf today, north and northwest winds 5 to 12, seas 2 feet or less, and we'll go with mostly smooth conditions in the bays. A pretty good day for the boaters, especially early, but it's going to get hot this afternoon, and then we'll start looking for storms by tonight. The hazy sunshine will start doing its thing early, and we'll be into the 90s by noontime again in many spots. I think we're going to get to the upper 90s. It'll feel like it's closer to 110 with all the humidity, so all that's going to happen again. How long we deal with the hot, the humid, it's got a lot to do with how long we have to wait for the showers, and it does feel like we're going to have to wait a while. Now tonight, we're talking showers, we're talking storm possibilities. I think there could be some stronger ones with wind gusts and frequent lightning, but those should come to an end overnight. We'll start tomorrow in the 70s, and I think tomorrow is that day that we start to get back to a more typical late June kind of regime. And yeah, that does mean hot and humid, of course it does, but not as hot for as long as it's been for these past 4 or 5 days. And I do think better chances for more afternoon showers, the ones that we count on this time of year, to calm that heat down.